The revelation of Jesus Christ, another gospel. If any man preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached, let him be accursed. Paul here is drawing a contrast between the gospel he preaches and the gospel others preach. He is actually separating his preaching from contrary to what he already preached and taught them, let them be accursed. This very statement is something that we must seriously consider. Paul was saying that he was the one that had the true gospel, and he didn't care whoever or wherever or whatever the gospel would come from. If it didn't line up with what he was proclaiming, then it was not the true gospel, and they should be removed. Paul was so dogmatic when it comes to the gospel. He was a man who positively knew what the true gospel was. The truth is, if we don't know the true gospel, then we will never recognize when the gospel is perverted. We will think anything and everything that comes out of the Bible is gospel, when in fact, that is what confuses the majority of the church today, not after men. Paul gives a certified legal statement, but I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not after men. For I neither received it of man, neither was I taught it. Paul again draws a contrast in saying that he was not just preaching the same thing that everybody else was preaching. It did not come from the 12 disciples that were with Jesus in the flesh. It did not come from his early training as a Hebrew and the intensive education that he received from the religious schools he attended. Neither did it come from the eyewitness accounts from the people that saw and heard Jesus in the flesh. Paul knew that the only true gospel had to come by the revelation of Jesus Christ, and if it came from any other way, then it was a man made religion and not the true gospel. Only by revelation could mean to the true gospel. And that is exactly how Paul received the truth and the knowledge of the gospel he proclaimed, the revelation of Jesus Christ. But by revelation of Jesus Christ. For the first time in human history, God chose a man to open his eyes to the greatest revelation that he has ever given to men. That man was the Apostle Paul, and the revelation that he gave Paul was Jesus Christ. This is what makes Paul's testimony and knowledge so different than all the other writers and apostles before him. They came the earthly road while Paul received it totally and completely by revelation. This is why he was so dogmatic in what he declared. All of Paul's epistles were written based on and centered in the revelation of Jesus Christ and his knowledge and understanding of that revelation. God did not just give Paul a revelation of principles and certain doctrines to preach. Rather, God gave Paul a revelation of a person. That person is Jesus Christ. And all that he wrote was based on him and who he is. This is the very heart of the true gospel. For the true gospel is the revelation of Jesus Christ. It is also the very foundation rock in which the church is built upon. From this revelation is the fullness of God, the eternal purpose of God, all truth, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, life, joy, peace, redemption, righteousness, power, victory, etc. To God be the glory. God bless you.